there's obviously been a lot of focus on Gabriel Landeskog's return. You've said a lot of great things about him, but what's kind of going through your mind emotionally when you see him score his first goal back in 3 years?
I was just proud of him again. I mean, I'm proud of him regardless of if he scores or not, just because I know what he's gone through and I know how difficult that was. So, but I mean, I think that just takes it to another level. Like you know that he wants to come back, he wants to contribute the way he did in the past, and he's off to a great start. It's obviously a huge goal when you're in a playoff game, and yes, it was great to see.
Has he exceeded your expectations?
I said the other night I was surprised with the level of play he got to, even just in game one. Just like the poise he has with the puck, and like I was just worried about the game being a little bit too fast for him. Not because of his training or conditioning or skating with his leg or any of that. It was just more of like being out of the game that long. It's a long time and it's hard to do, but it seems like he's settling in nicely.
Evan, then Ryan.
Brock said this morning he wants to be a difference maker. Was that his best game in an Avalanche uniform?
It was his best game of the series for sure, and like he played a couple good games for us. So we needed our big boys to step up tonight, obviously, and make a difference. And I thought all of them were outstanding, including Brock.
Ryan.
Another big goal from Logan. I mean, just what are the contributions from the bottom two lines? Those guys when the games can be tight.
Well, that line has been exceptional. I said it all year. They're our most consistent line, night in, night out, with the detail and the commitment that they play with, and how competitive they are as a group of three. And I've said it before, they do a lot of heavy lifting. A lot of D zone starts, a lot of penalty kill time. Their forecheck has been relentless, and obviously that's a huge goal for us. Special teams were incredible tonight, right? Power play goes 1-for-1, penalty kill 4-for-4, and they pick up a shorty, and those guys have a lot to do with that.
John.
There was a point in the second period where the spacing and chemistry of the offense was so sharp that it was artistic, and the crowd was feeding into it. Did a switch flip?
Well, I mean, I don't know. Like, we were just on our toes. It was highly competitive. Puck decisions were all good. Guys were willing to skate with the puck and force them to defend. Some of the things we've been talking about for a few games now, and it came together there for a while tonight, which was good to see. I thought it continued in the third period a little bit too.
Jesse, then Pierre.
Coach, you told us over these last couple of days that you guys have had too many quiet players through the first three games. That sure felt like a complete effort from your group tonight.
It was, yeah. I can't find a player on our roster that I didn't like tonight.
Pierre Lee Corey.
Jared, getting this version of Landeskog back 2 games into his 3-year return, what does it do to your lineup that it's the top 6 forward version it looks like that you're getting, as opposed to you probably didn't know a month ago what version you'd be getting?
Yeah, we didn't know for certain. We were certainly hopeful. But yeah, I mean, it's big because it just adds another huge piece to our lineup that gives us even more depth, and especially when you lose a guy like Colton, right? Like, he's played in our top 9, top 6 all year, and he's been an impact player there, and we lose him for a bit, and Landy is able to come in, and I mean, he's looked great. So, and I like the chemistry of that line again tonight. They played a few shifts together the other night, and they're back on it again tonight, and so that's a good sign.
Bailey, then Eric.
You did mention that you were looking for a little bit more out of that second line. You made a couple changes. Did you feel like that was kind of what you wanted to see from a group that's supposed to be contributing?
Absolutely, yeah, absolutely. That's 2 good home games from those guys, Val, Nelly, Landy on there. That's been a good line for us in the last 2 home games and on both sides of the puck, right? Like, it's not just about production. Certainly we need production, spread out through our lineup. You got to come up with enough chances to be able to put some by these guys, and we did that tonight. The other night we had a little bit of a tough time, but on the defensive side of it, they've been really good too.
A few last ones, Eric.
Jared, when you look at the way the series has been played, you guys leading for all but 62 seconds or the game is tied and scoring the first goal every single time, is there any added confidence knowing that it's a best of 3 now and you guys have played like that for 4 games? Does that change the way you look at the series at all?
I like the way we played in this series. I'm not gonna lie. like we didn't get the result we wanted in game 2, game 3. There's certainly some things in both those games that we could have done better, including game 1 and at times even tonight. But last year we played hard in this series too. I can't remember if it was last year where we didn't get a lead and we didn't get the result we wanted. And this year we're getting it and we still are fighting for those results. So like scoring first, the only score that matters is the score at the end of the game. I'm not going to be happy unless we're winning hockey games. And but I like a lot of the things we're doing. Like we're competing. We're competing as hard as we can compete, and we have some improvements we can make and some things we have to continue to do really well in order to shut down their offense. And it's not an easy task, but we're competing in the right areas to try and do that.
Finish with Colleen.
Not that there was any question with any confidence in Mackenzie Blackwood, but how great is it to see him get the playoff shutout and just boost his confidence?
I think that a game like that can boost everybody's confidence that we're able to go and try and repeat that performance.